the Royal Daily Tea YouTube channel. Please be advised all of my videos are for entertainment purposes only, based 100% on my own opinion, my own theories, and my own research. All of my information can be found on the public domain and falls under the fair use guidelines. Please feel free to do your own research. Hello and welcome back to the Royal Daily Tea. So it is here, guys. The week of the Platinum Jubilee is finally here. I feel like we have been talking about it for over 6 months. I can't believe it's here, guys. I am super excited. Unfortunately, in America, I'm not sure how much television coverage we are going to receive, but I'm definitely going to be scouring YouTube and the internet, and I will try to stay up to date with the most recent royalty that is happening. But I am sure all of you over in the UK are definitely going to be glued to your television sets, or perhaps attending a Platinum Jubilee event in person. If you are, guys, leave me a comment below and make sure you share your photos with me. I would love to share with my YouTube channel all of my followers who are over in the UK who get to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee in person. I think that's amazing. I look forward to hearing from you and seeing all of your lovely photos. But now sit back and relax and let's get into the Royal Daily Tea. So are these Sussexes suffering from serious cracks in their marriage? Now, I believe there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and I think this could possibly be a make or break year for the Sussexes, and let me tell you why. Now, we know that Harry and Meghan have been married for 4 years, and they have their 2 lovely children. But again, they've had a lot of stress throughout their marriage. They've gone through a lot of changes. Right now, they're having a lot of money problems. A lot of their deals are not really materializing. And of course, we know that their deals of Netflix and Spotify are on shaky ground, and they may or may not be earning the large amounts of money that they initially thought they would earn when they signed up with those companies. On top of that, they're dealing with a lot of backlash and a lot of hate, not only from the people of the UK, but from Harry's family, Meghan's family, people in the United States, people worldwide. Even celebrities are now starting to get in on it, as well as other royal family members, their peers, their friends, etc. So Harry, who was the beloved prince of the UK, has had to find a new normal ever since he married Meghan. Now, he went from being the beloved prodigal son of Princess Diana, the Queen's grandson, the vivacious redhead Harry, that everyone just, oh, it's fine, Harry, we're just going to sweep all your bad behavior under the rug. We still love you. He had Buckingham Palace at his beck and call, and they made him look like a royal rose. He was never a rose, but they made him look like a rose. And any problem he had, they simply made it go away. But now he doesn't have the saving graces of Buckingham Palace. He doesn't have the royal family to back him because he turned his back on them and ran away to America with his wife for greener pastures, for financial freedom, for Hollywood stardom, thinking it was going to be a much better place for him and his wife because she's a cable TV actress. Apparently she knows Hollywood, and he believed everything that she sold him, that little pipe dream that we're going to be mega superstars over there, Harry. We're going to become the king and queen of Hollywood. They're going to be beckoning at our feet because we're royalty. Unfortunately, they decided to do Megxit right at the beginning of a worldwide pandemic where literally everything in the world shut down, including Hollywood. So it wasn't the perfect time to go out and embark on a new Hollywood career. It was literally the worst time ever that you could choose to embark on a Hollywood career. Hollywood has never been the same since the worldwide pandemic. Again, things are kind of starting to pick up now in the entertainment industry, but people don't have the big pockets that they used to have because, again, for the past 2 years, they weren't making as much money and production was at a standstill. Now we know Meghan's deal with Spotify is pretty much dead in the water, and Harry, I don't think his is ever going to launch because, again, they're not that interesting and people just don't want to hear from them. Nobody wants to have a podcast talking with Harry and his mental health expertise and Meghan Markle on her feminist word salad. We've done this for 2 years. We're bored. Move on. So again, their Spotify deals are dead in the water. Pearl has been canceled, and their popularity is at an all-time low. They most recently did a survey where Harry and Meghan ranked slightly above Prince Andrew, who has a negative 80 on a scale of popularity. So Harry, this again is a new normal for him, and he's not used to this. He's not used to being this disliked. I think Meghan has always had this in her life, maybe not to this degree. But again, in my opinion, Meghan is the type of woman who has no shame. Like, she really doesn't get embarrassed. Like, we can get embarrassed for her, secondhand embarrassment. But as long as she has attention, whether it's negative or positive, she's in heaven because it's all about Meghan. You ever meet one of those people they literally never embarrass and you're like having secondhand embarrassment for them? Meghan is that type of narcissist, in my opinion, who just, believes her poop doesn't stink. She just thinks she poops rainbows. Again, whether it's good or negative press, as long as you're talking about her, she's happy because she's the center of attention. Now, Harry has grown up being the beloved prodigal son of Princess Diana. He's the Queen's grandson, the vivacious redhead. So now he's having to deal with the fact that people don't like him. I mean, really don't like him. And it all happened after he married Meghan. So he has to ask himself, this woman really is a lot of trouble here. I didn't have any of these problems when I was dating Chelsea. When I was with Cressida, didn't have any of these problems. And now this man has lost his entire family, his country, his fans, his friends, his peers, his reputation, his popularity, his bankability, and his identity. He has been a prince his entire life until 4 years ago. He hasn't had to sing for his supper. He didn't have to worry about where his next dollar bill came from. It was always there. He was literally born with money in the bank. Now he has to count for every penny. And those multi-million-dollar deals are kind of fading off into the yonder there. Bye-bye, fairy dust, because in Hollywood, it's a very fickle town. 1 minute you're hot, and the next minute you're not. So you better hope you got some friends and some savings. So Harry and Meghan are having a little bit of problems here in the real world, and I believe Harry's having some royal regrets. Now, we talked about, Harry and Meghan renewing their lease at Frogmore Cottage, and a lot of people like myself believe that there's a few alternative motives as to why he's doing it. First of all, Princess Eugenie and her husband, Jack Brooksbank, have been living there for the past 2 years. So in my opinion, why didn't they renew the lease? Why didn't they sign it over to Princess Eugenie and her husband? It's bizarre that they had the lease in their name and then Princess Eugenie was leasing it, I guess, on top of that lease. I don't know, but again, it's a little weird. Now, of course, I mentioned in my last video that Princess Eugenie's husband has accepted a job where they will be traveling to Portugal and living there half the year. So they're still going to be living in the UK, but also half the time in Portugal. So I'm not sure if they're still going to be living at Frogmore Cottage or maybe another residence. But we do know that Harry and Meghan have renewed the lease under their name for 1 more year. So a lot of people were asking, why is he refusing to let go of this lease? Now, according to Neil Sean, there is a rumor that this is causing a major problem behind the scenes for the couple. Because as I've stated, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard, Meghan Markle has absolutely no intention of ever returning to the UK. There's nothing for her in the UK. The people don't like her. And there's no opportunity for her. What else is she going to do in the UK? Because one, they're not working royals. She's never going to be accepted back into the family fold. The public doesn't like her, and there's no Hollywood there. There's nothing for Meghan in the UK. She's already burned all those bridges. So in her opinion, it's a waste of time and a waste of money. Now, Harry, on the other hand, doesn't want to let go of Frogmore Cottage. Now, of course, they do have that added tax benefit by him owning that property in the UK. He's also very close to the Queen, who is also in Windsor. So, of course, having that proximity to Granny has got to be a very beneficial benefit to have. But lastly, there's also the Chancellor of State, where in order for him to remain a Chancellor of State, he has to have a UK residence. So that could very well be the reason why he wants to keep that residence. But I also believe he wants a get out of jail card. Because you guys, I think this marriage is on its last leg. I really do. Talk about stress. I mean, money stresses, press stresses. Most recently, there's that issue with the Uvalde, Texas shooting where Meghan Markle showed up by herself, which was very surprising that Harry didn't also show up with Meghan. Isn't he not a parent? Why didn't he show up with his wife? To me, that was a very telling situation as why Meghan chose to be by herself. To me, that was a very interesting PR move that Meghan would go by herself and her husband didn't accompany her. Where was Harry? Was he playing polo? Was he trying to get a break? Who knows? But again, in my opinion, that was very strange that she went as a mother. They didn't go as a unit. They didn't go as parents. They didn't go as a couple. Because normally when Harry and Meghan do something, they do it as the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Every time there's a statement on their website, they do it as a couple. So the fact that Meghan went out by herself spoke volumes. And according to Neil Sean, he heard rumors that Harry decided this was not a good look, that this is too soon. We don't have any ties to Texas. Us going to this place where there's going to be a ton of cameras, it's not a good look. We should probably just donate, send a donation, that type of thing. But instead, Meghan wanted to have a PR moment because, again, she's trying to save her reputation ahead of the Platinum Jubilee. Because Meghan knows that she is one of the most unliked women in the UK. So what is she going to do to make herself look good? Oh, I know. I'm going to play the Mother Teresa martyr, the mother of all mothers, and I'm going to go to this event with some white roses, and I'm not even going to talk to the cameras. I'm not. I'm just going to sit here and pray and look very sad while the cameras are on me. But, you know, I'm doing this as a private citizen. But I'm making sure there's a lot of cameras there. Now, we don't know for sure if she brought her own camera crew or not. Apparently, it has been known that Netflix says they are not a part of it. However, we all know that Harry and Meghan hire their own photographers. So who's to say their freelance photographers were there? We don't know. But again, it's very suspect that you show up at an event knowing full well you're going to get photographed. Okay, all the news cameras are there. They've been there all week. Not to mention, they had some kind of charity event where she showed up, took photos. Her security detail was there. She took photos. And to say that no one knew who you were, clearly they knew who you were. Why would they stop and take photos with you then? Why not just send a donation? So again, to me, it was a PR stunt. She's trying to save her reputation, but it backfired. So you know that has got to be causing some major problems behind the scenes in Monteshitshow. So now they have to go over to the Platinum Jubilee. And let's be honest, Meghan doesn't want to be there. Meghan is not liked by anybody. You know, it's not going to be a fun time for her. She's going to be getting the stink eye from all the people in the family, the staff. You know, people might be throwing tomatoes. She might get booed. It's not going to be a fun time for Meghan, because now she has to face what she's done with the public. And this is a woman, again, she may not be embarrassed, but she knows she's burned the bridges. You know, she's not the type of person who wants to go back and take the punishment for the crimes she committed. And now she has to do it. So there's a rumor that Meghan could possibly pull out at the last moment. So we will wait and see. But if Meghan doesn't show up for the Platinum Jubilee, I would say, yep, this marriage is going to be in some major, major trouble. So, you know, Harry has got to have some really mixed feelings about the Platinum Jubilee. This is a man who gave up everything for his wife and moved to another country to start over, and it has not worked out. It's not going well. They're having money problems. His wife's being extra clingy and possessive. Everything that she has touched has turned to crap, and now she's interjecting herself in everything that he's doing. She's cut him off from his entire family, and now he's probably having some regrets. So now he's going back to the Platinum Jubilee, the biggest celebration ever, and he's not even a part of it. Him and his wife are rolling around in the royal curtains, not to be seen, and not being able to participate in anything publicly to celebrate his grandmother. That's got to hurt him on some level. All because of his wife. Because let's be honest, when he was dating his ex-girlfriends, he didn't have any of these problems until he married Meghan. Now, we can't blame Meghan 100%, but I'm sure in his mind he's having some royal regrets on this marriage of 4 years and all of the problems that he's literally never had until he was with his wife. Being cut off from his old friends, his family, his country, losing his military patronages. That's got to hurt. You know, maybe he doesn't talk about it, but when they're having a fight, you know, he's probably sitting there with a beer thinking about all the things he's given up for this woman, right? So now when he goes back to the UK and has awkward silences and the stank eye from his family, if he gets booed from the people in the UK, so he went from the prodigal son to the most unliked royal besides Prince Andrew. Again, that's got to make him wonder, what the hell am I doing, right? How much more of this can I take? And if all their deals fall through and financially everything goes to the shitter, this man has to get a get out of jail card. So that could be a reason why he's holding on to Frogmore Cottage, because it's literally the only thing left of the UK that this man owns. Literally, he has nothing. He's given up everything for this woman, and it's not going well. So according to Neil Sean, this could be a reason why the couple is fighting, is that Meghan does not want to renew the lease on Frogmore Cottage because she thinks it's a waste and she has no plans to ever return living there. But again, Harry might have that secret get out of jail card, maybe wants to have a way to stay close to his family. And also, he might think at some point, if this marriage doesn't work out, that he can step his foot back into the royal fold. Now, a lot of people do believe that under Prince Charles, that Harry could have a place in the royal family. I personally don't believe it, but who knows? If he divorces Meghan, he might be able to go back with his tail between his legs and might possibly be able to carry out royal duties because, again, he is still a prince of the realm. He's in the line of succession. He's still a chancellor of state, and he's still the Duke of Sussex. Now, granted, he doesn't have any patronages and his military titles have been removed. However, that can be reinstated very easily. So there is a possibility in the future that Harry could come back into the royal fold, but I think that would only happen if him and Meghan split up. I do not see him and Meghan together coming back into the royal fold. I think Meghan has burned that bridge 100% completely, as Meghan, in my opinion, never wanted to be a part of the royal family. That was never her plan. Her plan was, you know, world domination of celebrity, which unfortunately isn't working out for her too well. But what do you guys think? Do you think that Harry and Meghan are having some marital issues? And do you think that Harry is keeping Frogmore Cottage for a get out of jail card or possibly returning to the royal fold in the future? Leave me your comments, guys, down below. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel. And please be sure to check out all of my other social media accounts Again, thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.